Good evening, happy Monday, happy Arkfall Eve. So many things to look forward to for tomorrow. I'm very interested to see what the Excelsior refinery is going to actually bring and what it's going to actually do. New ship, new loop, new lag. I think that is very, very, very well expected on all three accounts. We already know about the new ship. We already know about the new loop. And there's a very safe assumption that there's going to be a little lag. I mean, we experienced pretty good lag this morning when the Saurus invasion actually went. Did I hear correctly? The new ship to see cloaked ships. Yeah, that's kind of the way that it looks. It's not. I don't think it's a. I don't know if it's a PvP mechanic. But my understanding is the V'ger hostiles were going to be cloaked. Kind of like the ones in Voyager space in the Delta Quadrant. That was the assumption that I made of things. I think. Summoned hostiles is what I was thinking about hidden until called. Yeah, like the species 8472 or whatever. I don't know, let's take a peek at the thing. I was actually half expecting them to have another announcement today. Let's see. So we have background information on what the Excelsior ship is. Active support. Once unlocked, exclusive rewards and challenge refinery. Planetary missions tied to a storyline. Blueprints available. Challenger refinery day 1. Got a Velox that needs some love. Just got the Velox. I'm hoping for the I'm hoping for some good spend events too, because I'm keying in on Vengeance. I'm doing pretty good so far with the blueprints. I made it up to 500 over the weekend, and I'm hoping to save up for a couple more weeks and put a good push in and maybe finish the unlock. So the Excelsior's primary ability is Decloaking Deflector, which reveals the hidden V'ger fighters. So yeah, this is going to be very, very much like Species 8472. Advancing overall daily challenge progression, challenge credits. Does this copy pasta a Voyager? V'ger has returned. Complete daily challenge goals to earn special rewards. Seizing loot to spend in the refinery. Intaro Gap and beyond. Unlock power of Excelsior to boost your challenge rewards. Powerful enhanced ability. Also boosts performance of all your deployed ships around the galaxy. So that's like a universal. It's kind of like the outpost abilities that you can unlock. Progress through the challenge track each day by completing the daily missions, daily challenges. Earn additional rewards such as TMP, New Auto Uhura, FKR credits, powerful weekly isolatic damage buff, and more. Don't miss a day to unlock 2 unique V'ger titles. Okay. More titles. Challenge Refinery to unlock new exclusive prototype tech, USS Excelsior blueprints, strong boxes, V'ger titles, special ship efficiency exchange, and more. So we're going to get an expansion of the Transigen ship efficiency stuff. So I'd expect to see GS-31 pop up in here. And then we might possibly get Dauntless, and I don't know about any other specialty ships at all. Yeah, it should definitely be better. The Valak should definitely be better than the uncommons. That all opens up significantly once you get that like 3rd below deck slot unlocked. While active, enhance increases isolatic damage and defense against V'ger challenge hostiles. Apex shred and barrier bonuses for PvE encounters against hostiles and armadas. Strengthens PvP combat with additional Apex shred, Apex barrier, and critical damage reduction. Yeah, so it's like a Titan type of buff. We're converging the Voyager hostile loop with the Titan ship abilities with the Voyager ship abilities. And then research is all the normal stuff. There's general combat nodes to enhance FKR ships by increasing survivability and damage output. That sounds like that could be like a G7 research area. It says general combat, so it doesn't sounds like it's maybe not a prime. Unlock the Dauntless tomorrow. Let's go. I'm a couple days out yet, but man, yeah. Also providing short duration defensive bonuses as well when defending in PvP combat. So that's going to take away the attack first mechanic or counteract it a little bit. I doubt that it'll significantly. It's going to miss the target. It's going to almost likely miss the target. It's either going to overcorrect or undercorrect. Active ship ability research nodes. General combat research nodes. Versus hostiles, outposts, and armadas. 4 FKR ships when defending. They like that defending mechanic. Why is that defending mechanic getting so accentuated here? PvP for FKR ships. When defending. I mean, it's only 1 round. So this is to mitigate Karamarcus. Not Karamarcus. Freeman. Interesting. So the strong box is going to be kind of similar to the strong box that you get with Transigen in the Serene Squall. Commanders will also receive one-time tier-specific gifts that award parts and all that crap. So that's very similar to the way Serene Squall was. There's gonna be a lot of similarity there. Interesting. If they do that, like, I don't know if it would be once a year or every 6 months to kind of give that efficiency back towards building up those ships. That'd be interesting. Yeah, like, I saw last night somebody said that the T1 Vengeance can do the Nightmare Hostels for Khan. Thank you for the follow, Tarpitude. How are you doing this evening, ma'am? The Dauntless doesn't work well in waves, arena, or revenge hostels. It's very, very limited in effect in surges as well. The Dauntless is I think they're two main effective areas. I don't have it yet, but I will be able to enjoy it. Is mirror universe grinding and probably just dealing with the aggregation or just stupid loops that you don't really want to spend time at. Because like I'm gonna be looking forward to using that for doing like silent hostels, probably even like touching up on Gorn stuff. Just things I don't want to put a lot of stuff into. Yeah, Zindi would be a decent one too. Yeah. Just things that you don't have to just, you know, stuff that would give you a headache normally. Which that's... Yeah, I've got 3 days yet. Unless there's like a random one that comes out. Tier 4. I know like there's been parts and stuff that have been kind of like available. Like we've gotten them in some random pulls here and there. Like just random events would have some Dauntless parts attached to them. So it's gonna be interesting to see how much progress can be made on day one with that. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. All right, I'm gonna see if I can find... I still have Veil mining to do for gas and ore. Ore needs a little bit more help, so I'm gonna see if I can find another ore node. There were a few empty ones here before when I looked. There's still a couple. When I looked in the system before, there was like half empty. Like somebody had came through here and cleared out a bunch of OPL. I was actually surprised by it. Now that I can grind in the mirror universe, I'm gonna level that up fast. Yeah, you can make some serious progress. I mean, even just getting that extra drip of the of the 15-hour speed ups and stuff when you can get there, or just any speed ups. And it's AFK. You can do that, send that out while you're doing your regular hostels. The knowledge drop. That's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be really interesting to see them like pop up everywhere. Like, we're gonna be putting the systems through their true test, and hopefully some of the breakings will become a little more apparent, and Scopely will be able to fix some of the problems that are causing queues to break for that right now. People gave me crud for that perspective when it came out. I was like, how is more for no effort worse than what you have now? You know, I was probably one of those people that was like a little on the negative side about it. Like, it's like Kirshara doesn't add a lot that the Kirshara doesn't already deliver, but it's 100% AFK. So I mean, this is something I can do at work. That's something that I like. I wasn't willing to pay for it. I'm definitely looking forward to it though, and I almost wish I would have bought it. I have a little bit of buyer's remorse, but if they would have had the half pack there, if they would have had the half pack at the right time, I would have totally bought it for sure. But they dropped the ball with that so hard. All right, so we're set there. What else do we have for missions today, or events? So we got Saurus Invasion. I turned in all my extra crap that I don't need. And then I think the only thing I'm going to pull out of this store is I'm going to throw everything into Gwen DeMarco shards. I'm not a fan of like the blueprint exchanges. I don't know what to do with those. I'm grumpy there are no protector parts, even if it had a cooldown. Yeah, that was kind of a shame that they had the blueprints in here, but they didn't really throw a lot into it. They didn't do anything weird, no. I mean, the galactic acclaim can be kind of nice. I mean, even the hazard particles, if you're still working on that, is okay. I got tempted to I looked to see what the conversion rate was on the 6-star stuff just to see, but that was not advantageous. So yeah, I figured the Marco shards would be a good spot. But I forgot that, yeah, there's a separate currency for the ship blueprints. So I don't know. I feel like the Scimitar is such a pretty ship that I might just throw it at that. They're trashing the event, might as well let us get the progression we've missed by them not offering it for 3 months. Yeah. I kind of wish that this conversion was a little bit better though too, like 5 blueprints instead of 1. I mean, especially being a G7 player, that, you know, like a G6 ship blueprint is kind of meh. But I was kind of surprised to see the cooldown on this, so it'll take probably, I don't know what it was, like 5 shards or something like that. I don't think it made it to 10. So it'll take a few days to get that all converted out and let that one finally die completely. So we have Hostile Hunt. This is Prototype Forbidden Tech. That's got such a weird end time. That's weird. I don't know if that popped up when I hit 71. Or if that's just timed weird. That must have been... No, I hit 71 on Friday. I did it right after I got done with arenas. Welcome to G7. Thank you, Tarpitude. I appreciate that. It's been really interesting because, like, my first day of being G7 was incursions, so I didn't really get to do a lot with it. So yesterday was my first day of really kind of getting out there and kind of getting my feet wet with understanding the dailies and, you know, working the mining and kind of just figuring how our Veil is dealing with the whole mining situation. You know, if I'm in chat, I'm gonna write it down as Tarpy most of the time, but I have a fairly formal brain, just the way my professional career works. It's a lot more formal conversations, business type stuff, so I usually stick to, like, I don't call it full names, but I will try to remember. Yes, I'm looking at March for G7 if everything goes smooth. If people say Tarpitude, it feels like I'm getting named by my parents. I definitely understand that. It's almost the same thing with me too. Like, I'm very good about going by Cotton. So Cottontail, it gets to be a little bit interesting sometimes. Texas Speech hates my Italian South Philly accent. I could definitely understand. Oh, we have actually a fairly light activity day today. So we have the end of faction hunt, which correlates with the hostile hunt. We have our normal rules of acquisition for Lat Rush. And then just the regular dailies. Cool. We have outposts, needs to get wrapped up today. Wave defense can do tonight too. Okay. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna do faction hunt. I'm gonna make sure that I have this officer crew set saved, because that was by far the best results we had with testing last night. Make sure I didn't change anything, yeah. And then I'll set this back to my G6. Well, I guess I don't need to change the G6 crew, because the G6... This should work against the G6 hostiles just as well as G7. Alright, so exit the margins. I need to go probably remember to freaking join faction hunt. No, Did I already join it, or is today a day where they didn't make you join? I might have been. I did already join? Okay. I autopiloted it then. I didn't remember doing it. I was like, there ain't no way that they... Because last time that they did Faction Hunt, I think they started on day 1, where it was a not join. And then days 2, 3, and 4 or whatever required you to join. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did it backwards this time. Trying to keep an eye on the clock today because we got the next gen content creators are kind of kicking off Arcfall festivities here at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern. So I think once they get started and kind of settled in, then I'm going to raid over to them tonight and we can all kick into the Arcfall festivities of like the Warp Drive 5 and affiliates. It's been really interesting kind of progressing through G6 and dealing with Faction Hunt. I gave up on Faction Hunt for a little bit because they didn't have any of the rewards updated at all. And so like my thought process of like how many hostels I have to hit and everything like that is still kind of calibrated for like late G5, very early G6. And getting up into, I don't know if it's G7 here as much or if it was just the high G6 already, but it feels like the amount of hostels you have to hit is higher than it normally was in any of the faction hunts I've done previously. And some of that might be from not having that ability to be able to punch up as much too. Because I know like doing faction hunt when I was a 56 and being able to kill 58s and 59s was really easy to blow through faction hunt, but now that I'm kind of popped out at where I can do it easily, it's definitely taking a little bit more intent because I think it takes me like 3.5 pulls of my Crenshaw to actually be able to go through and finish all 3 of them. And part of that has to do with the feds. I don't have a good hazard resistance, so I end up burning through a lot of hull just in the hazard systems there. But I mean, that's been the struggle for pretty much all of G6, was dealing with hazards and understanding that you're gonna have more hull loss towards the environment than you are to actually the hostels that you're attacking. Took like 2 months before I could do G7 dailies. The mining I'm gonna be fine with. The hostels is gonna take me a bit yet. I don't know that I'm gonna actually push the Crenshaw hard. Right now I'm at tier 10, I believe. Yeah, tier 10. So it's just able to do I can do 1 hostile per hull without any extra buffs or anything like that right now. I can probably do like 4 per hull if I get a little bit of boost built into it. But I know if I really want to get to an efficient spot, I need to get up to tier 13. And I think by the time I get the Crenshaw built up to tier 13, I'll probably already have my Vengeance. A tier 3 pick Hugh and Seska was rough. Yeah, my Hugh and I think my Seska are both at tier 4. I know Hugh is for sure. I'm pretty sure Seska's tier 4. If not, then I have more work to do with her than I thought. Well, you can't see that. What is it? 20? Yeah, 25%. So that should be rank 4. So I mean, I've been able to learn from like your guys' experiences already, and have been able to kind of highlight some of the things that I needed to do on my checklist for G7. Like a lot of the knowledge you've been able to share on Talking Trek has really been useful. 10 hostiles. 10 hostiles I would feel very, very happy about. Like, I feel like that's a pretty reasonable number to be able to get up to 50. $500 charge to go for max. I'm a little bit closer. I'm at like 150. A whole trip less, yeah. I mean, that's... I mean, across like an entire week, I mean, that's almost like an hour of savings of time. Or at least cross like your surge start. You know, like each surge start's probably like a good half hour to an hour less time involved. I should have paid attention to see what that... Okay, so I got 2 more milestones. Oof. If I was smart, I would probably pull a second ship off of a mining node and go do this double shipping, but... I get hard-headed and just decide that I want to do it the hard way sometimes. I've done some of these with the GS31 too, even though I can only get up into like the 62, I think is the top end. I'm not sad I went to G7. I had nothing left in G6. I couldn't do it G7. Yeah, I mean, just I had saved up 1 7-day chest, the 30-day chest, and just those redemptions were way worth it because I got more rewards out of those 2 things than I probably would have gotten for the entire month of January at 70. And I already had my second 7-day chest too, honestly. Evening, Tin Man. How you doing tonight? The only thing I'm a little bit sad about with G7 is just not being able to do the dailies, but I accepted that was going to be outside of my natural ability. That was something I was going to have to work towards. Sore. Another busy day today. got to be really lazy on dailies for like 8 weeks, so I didn't mind. Yeah, that's true. There's a little bit of a vacation because, like, right now I'm on full mining like the whole week before I made the jump. I was doing heavy transigen mining. I was building up those stockpiles so that I had the free time to be able to kind of just get where I needed to get out here. And then I've kind of spent the last little bit getting, you know, like any little bit of parsteel and tritanium and stuff mined. Hi MJ, how you doing tonight? Hi Savage Darkness, how you doing? Broken Wolf, where are all these people coming from all of a sudden? Oh. Minis? Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking that she was probably gonna stay on until you guys started. Hi Jorg, how you doing tonight? Minnie, welcome on in. Hello, Raiders. How's everything going tonight? Happy Arkfall Eve.
The amazing Dr. Iron Chef used it as his advert, his trailer for Twitch. Last year's was shit. I'm not gonna lie, it was not as good. I think we were all confused by what titles we ended up with at the end of the full year in review. I think we were all just. Am I the only one that was disappointed by last year's?
Elder Roku asked me, could Scopley make a scramble egg better?
Scopley could.
Then they can.
Oh, that got cut off. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Cottontail. I am one of the next-gen content creators associated with the Warp Drive 5. I am happy to help get the celebrations in for Arkfall Eve with y'all. We will be heading over towards Lost in Stream in about an hour to kind of kick off the actual, we'll call it like official Arkfall Eve. In the meantime, I welcome y'all in, and yeah, if you have any questions, any ideas, any thoughts on the upcoming arc, feel free to share them. I share with you my Yar of Spit. Of course he's smart, he's a hoke. But anyways, how was the stream? How did Star Trek Fleet Command go? I don't know how to do the two dots above the O. That could be. A lot of times you can do that by like a long press on the O. Kind of depends on your keyboard though. Otherwise, if you're on like a PC keyboard, I'm not certain how to do that either, to be honest. You probably get it with like start menu and semicolon, maybe. There's a lot of punctuation stuff that you can get off of that. Yeah. Yeah, you can bring up the fancier keyboard on Windows if you do Windows key and then semicolon. You can get like emoticons off of that and currency symbols and all sorts of stuff. It's kind of an easy shortcut for that too. That came really in handy at the very beginnings of Star Trek Fleet Command, before they had the emoji button in the chat window when you're playing on PC. Being able to know those and being able to open up and insert smiley faces and stuff was such a hack back then. But yeah, like the ASCII codes is kind of good to know if you can remember them too. I was going to answer your question, but it would have costed you $50. That's fair. You got to know your worth. All right, so let's make another trip back to Romulan space. I couldn't remember where the heck we were for a second there. Yeah, you should always do an hour minimum. Which works better when you don't turn your Wi-Fi off. I can imagine that, yeah. I mean, if it starts working better, then you probably have other issues that you need to troubleshoot. Unless it's like your actual like Wi-Fi router that you turned off and not just the Wi-Fi radio in your phone or your tablet or whatever. Hostile population in the system feels lower than it should be. Or maybe they're just all crowded in the one corner. At a hotel and streaming through my phone hotspots, I legit to turn my laptop Wi-Fi off. Yeah, there's that kind of reminds me of the days like when they had the little slider switch on the side of the laptops that you'd always hit when you slid your laptop in the bag. Hotel Wi-Fi blows. It definitely can. I've been at a couple hotels where they had really good Wi-Fi, but yeah, most of them have just been absolute shit for the most part. Yeah, security's definitely another thing to consider. I used to actually do a lot of replacing networking equipment at hotels back in the day. For the rest of the stream, thank you again for stopping by, Tarpy. Hope you have a good night. I don't know what catherding is, but no, cat herding. I was thinking of catheter right away, and I'm like, that's a lot of information. Cat herding. I was like, I know she's a scientist, but I don't know what kind of scientist. Chemicals, though. Holy crap, Kirshara does not want to work here. I don't know if it's this other player that's kind of throwing it off so bad, but... My last surgery, they had to take out the catheter. When I tell you that's the weirdest pain I ever... Never want to repeat it again. I could definitely imagine. I don't believe I've ever had to go through that in any of my medical procedures that I've partaken in, but hi McShizman, how's it going tonight? Yeah, so far things are going fantastic. Not really doing anything too impressive as far as crewing or anything wise, but just working through the general faction hunt stuff. Air bubble felt odd. Need to change the subject. I know. That's what I was thinking about. Like, how did this get into a medical conversation? At least we're not like asking for advice or anything here. Around me, the weather, we're in kind of a thawing pattern right now. So, gonna be actually getting rain tonight, which is amazing since we had a blizzard last week. Yeah, I could definitely imagine that there's a certain amount of pressure and tension that's used, maintained. But yeah, it's gonna be. It was like our high today was just below freezing, and it's gonna be like 10 degrees above freezing, or maybe even just a little bit higher towards the end part of the week here. Like, this is gonna be amazing. Negative 15C. That's about where we were at on Saturday here. Maybe just a little bit warmer than that, but not by much. But yeah, so we're gonna end up getting to probably close to 5 Celsius here. Gonna make sure you get the DJ's watch streak. I hear ya. I might have to open one up just to make sure I get it too. All right, so we are done with Romulan. There's nothing more annoying than these people with these dang GS31s marking down the hostiles in the system. As long as they go for the hostiles that are on the opposite side of the system from me, like, I'm totally good leaving them have the ones that have the mark. But if they start hitting hostiles right next to me, then I'm not gonna give them any break. But it is a little disappointing to see, like, they're not taking care of some of these hostiles in one shot. Like, it'd be good to know that that was capability that you could do. A lot of times they don't even attack the ships they equip to blast. No, most of the ones that are out here don't. If I ended up taking a couple of them because they keep on blasting near me, then they'll start going after them sometimes, but for the most part they just, I don't know, just do it every once in a great while. And I could never do that. I would have to be sitting in a system that I could kill them with the blast in at least 2 out of the 3 levels in that system in order just to make it worth my time. I feel like my other crew is doing better than what this one is. But it just kind of gets weird sometimes to pop into a system and see them having hostiles that have been blasted and then not see anything for like another 5 minutes, or have another ship for hitting the ones they quinta blasted. Yeah, I mean, if you had 2 ships in there grinding away or something, that would definitely be one thing. I mean, the most annoying part about it is it usually ends up breaking the Kirshar queue. Oh, is that all my repair stuff? Okay. I was like, why are there so many things I'm collecting? But yeah, I mean, that would kind of be like the ideal way to do it, is if they had 2 ships. But I mean, it's almost not even worth having the GS-31 up there at that point then. Can't wait to max the GS. I'm in the same boat. I think I can get to... I'm almost able to get to tier 14 with it. It'll either be... It'll be within the next couple of nights. I don't think it was quite ready for tonight, but... Next couple of nights. Maybe tier 9. It can move pretty quick if you pay attention to getting the parts bundles out of the event stores. Yeah, it's just starting to get useful for some random crap for me right now. Like, I can do the freebooters with it. Like that was kind of a good thing to have unlocked. But like I said, I can only get up to like 62 or 63 in G6 hostels right now. So it doesn't serve a lot of purpose. It can kind of help with the it was hanging with the level of my Vindicator for a little bit, but my Vindicator's strengthened up enough that I can move up to the next system from the 62 to like the 65 or whatever. It was kind of a convenient thing for me to do. It was just GS31 blast while I'm doing hostels. Upgrading to tier 9 for the cube. Yeah, that's where I left my Kaskari at too. Like it's fully capable of doing 99% of what you want it to do. But the cube, I think, is a little bit better than the rare at tier 9. Yeah, that's probably what I was doing it with. Was I was doing the Armadas and I was doing the GS31 in the same system to get the points for the hostile hunt. That would make sense. I was trying to figure out why I was in the same system doing that. Because I would be, like, the factions that I was trying to gain rep in, I was usually doing Armadas, and I figured, well, I can get a couple here just fine without having too big of an impact. Because it was like 2 Armadas to 1 GS31 blast back then. Took too long, finally updated. Has anyone seen a large Dauntless yet? I've seen some big ones, yes. His phrasing or my phrasing? Yes, ads. Yeah, I noticed that too, like over the last couple of days. It's taken a lot longer for me to get a stream streak in a channel than it had the previous couple of weeks. Like, I sat in a channel for like 10 or 12 minutes before it actually gave me credit for the stream streak that I was at. And I don't know if that time increases based on how long your streak is, maybe. So I think I was like one stream away from hitting like a 10 or something like that. Two minutes for 7. Yeah, that does seem like a little bit longer than it used to take for getting up to like a 3. Because I think 3 is where I average on a lot of the channels I watch. I'm inconsistent. Like, I'm on Twitch, you know, pretty often, but I don't always watch the same channel. I'll usually have like a second channel up in the background, but your 10 Dauntless is 470 million. I mean, that's just under halfways. Because it goes up to tier 18, I believe, right? It only goes to 15? Okay. That's 2/3 of the way then. Such a Twitch noob. Twitch has a lot going on. It definitely does. I know just when I was getting ready for stream, I saw there was a notification about Mr. Beast's Beast Fest, or I don't know if that's what it's called, Beast Fest or something like that. It's like a co-streaming event, and it's like there's $50,000 in prizes, and I went and read the terms, and it's like the prize is like 8,000 tier 1 subs to Mr. Beast's channel. And I'm like, I don't know if I really consider that too much of a prize, if it's a prize to watch the channel that you're watching. Or prize to subscribe to the channel that you're watching. Sausage Fest? I don't know exactly. I didn't read into the details. I'm not familiar enough with Mr. Beast to know exactly what the competition is. There's been several of those that have been going on this year, though. At least that I've noticed. I think Cutie Cinderella... No. Somebody else just had one. Yeah, that's the thing, like it's... If you co-stream the channel, then he might drop in and do gifting. Him and Jason the Ween. I think, if I remember right. It's interesting. But I mean, there's always like weird little celebration things going on. There's something happening until like January 6th. I don't remember if it's part of the giving stuff or if it's just some kind of thing where you can win a global emote or something, or a global badge. But I mean, there's always all sorts of stuff happening. I mean, anything that you're interested in learning about or seeing or anything like that, you can generally find on Twitch. It was a really interesting time when they came up with the hot tub streams. That shit got out of hand on the front page for a while. That's where they ended up having to do a lot of adjustments to their terms of service agreement especially for the streamers, like making sure that your channels are in the correct categories, and there was some wardrobe related things too. People were pushing the line for a little while. There was like a couple of days too where they had allowed some forms of nudity if it was part of like an artistic type of thing, and some people had taken some of that a little out of hand. They abused that one very quickly. I think there were some streamers I felt like that were trying to use Twitch as kind of like a preview area to like their OnlyFans content. Like it was some weird stuff for a little bit there. It's kind of normalized now. It's kind of gotten back to like the three main categories, like just chatting streamers and gaming streamers and IRL streamers. All right, is that fed done? That is fed done. So then we're left with Klingons. Twitch only account? Yeah. It gets kind of funny because you can kind of tell some of the accounts that kind of have some of the spicier content channels and stuff. Because like you'll be like looking at the front page and you know see somebody that's got like a lot of viewers that seems like it wouldn't be expected. And you just look at the links in their bio and it's like, okay, you know, like where's the like little hint for like their spicy links or something like that. An actual sausage party? Like the movie? Oh, the dicks, like out of yeah, Noah and Anita. Out of Letterkenny, yes. God, that was such a hilarious shtick. I had Hulu just to watch that. Take all the charity dick. Okay, now you guys are getting into that point where you're gonna start farming clips off of me again. I'm gonna have to be careful about the crap that I read off the screen. Another Canada classic, yeah. I mean, there was a lot of pop culture stuff that popped off of that. Like it hit mainstream stuff for quite a while. All right, one more tier of milestones. At some point here, probably in the next couple of days, I'm gonna have to start actually picking a faction. Or deciding if I'm gonna try to do 2 faction grinding or if I'm gonna try to do 3. Or 1, excuse me. I don't even do 3. I still think best STFC punk was when I got Mud to download Grinder. That would be impressive. I'm trying to decide if I'm trying to remember if I might have been in MBD at that point, maybe. Either that or like Epi or Medic might have told me about it or something. But I think that was a very, very good punk to pull. There's a lot of people that weren't a fan of him. I actually did like him a lot. Like, there was definitely differences of opinion on certain things. But I left before a lot of the really weird crap started happening. And definitely way before the NSA stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the grinder was asking some awfully personal questions. Just do it, dude. It's totally worth it. Question food. Feeding the questions? Good thing it wasn't voice chat or it would never have worked. Yeah, I don't think anybody would be able to hold enough of a straight face for that. Like, you would have heard the smirks on people's faces during that stuff. Seven of us were rolling on the floor. So do I toast some corn and roast a orange pepper and add it to my leftover potato turkey soup cream based? Orange pepper. That does sound pretty good. I don't think that would be a losing combination by any means. Because you kind of get like a little bit of that, what do they call it? Like a lotte or whatever type of flavor in with that. That is kind of funny because I did have I had a bowl of soup. I remember if that was last night or if that was the night before, and one of the cans of soup I have in my cupboard, it was like a corn chowder of some sort. MJ flavor, I don't think that'll go over too well. I'm I'm a little concerned about that. I've never tried that, but I'm a big believer in what if I try. Come up with some great creations by experimenting. See, I do that a lot too, but I don't have a good habit of like recording some of the steps that I've taken or some of the extra crap that I throw in. So I have a lot of difficulties trying to replicate when I do something really good. Other than with like repetition and, you know, like just getting all that fine-tuned over like a long period of time. Dill fixes a lot of cream or something soups. I do have like some dried dill that I use to just give something a little extra oomph. Like I do that with gravies and stuff too. If it comes just a little bit lacking in flavor, like a little bit of rosemary and a little bit of dill usually kind of perks it up to where I get it where I need it. Sometimes I get a little fancy and like grind up some coriander too. Yeah, salt can never be slept on. It's amazing on how much just simple seasonings can fix something when you think you're right. Like I always, especially like I like to have celery salt on hand. Because like a lot of times just that little extra pop of celery seed in there can really just tickle the taste buds in a way that kind of makes you get a little intrigued. You know, that is something I really need to add to my cupboard is some white pepper. Not necessarily just for the taste difference, but I mean just for the aesthetic. You ever see the late night cartoon The Oblongs? It sounds very familiar, so I'm gonna say that I have seen it, but I'm not familiar with it off the top of my head. I am aware of it. I just can't picture it. See, like there could definitely be times that I would want to use something like that. Like a lot of times I like that southern style gravy where it had you know, where it has like the good heavy cracked peppercorn in it, but like there's definitely times where that's not the flavor that I'm going for. Like I've had a lot of like my grandma used to make egg gravy for waffles. And you know, like the white pepper would be really good on something like that. I think I've had celery salt in over 4 decades. It was something I grew up with. Like I didn't I wouldn't say that I really specifically grew up with it. It's something that I've grown to like a lot. But I'm also a really big fan of celery in general. Like, that's probably my favorite, like, vegetable. Celery stalks, yeah. Like, every once in a while, like, I'll go after with peanut butter, or just cream cheese wouldn't be bad either, yeah. Like, I'll make a cream cheese dip with some, like, sour cream and a little bit of ranch and stuff. Devil's eggs are underrated. Maybe underappreciated. It's something that, in like, my family kind of has that in like all the get-togethers. Like, there's always there's almost always deviled eggs at our family potlucks and stuff. But like a ham spread or like a ham salad is something that, or like deviled ham or whatever. Like, that's something I haven't had a lot of, and I've always kind of enjoyed it when I have had it. Okay, I think that's Faction Hunt. All 3 factions. It feels good to have ROM locked so I can get in and do all 3 of them like that. Orange Julius in a long time either. Orange Julius, is that a drink itself, or is that just something from the restaurant? Yeah, deviled eggs would definitely be a real common thing for Easter, for sure. Well, like the two little easy Orange Julius is a Canadian chain. I didn't know that. Yeah, blender drinks. They were getting to be kind of popular in shopping malls around here. Every stream here, I gain 5 pounds by the way we talk. Talk about food. Well, I'm in Minnesota. We got the Mall of America, so you can really walk off the food while you're out and about shopping. A good crew, you can kind of run almost anything on it, really. Yeah, like an Auntie Annie's pretzel or whatever. Chicken and waffles, still don't get that. It's not really a thing here in my section of the world. It's still a little weird to me. But it's just one of those things that it's like, just an interesting way to do a sandwich, basically. I guess it depends, because I think some of the places even do like bone-in chicken instead of like chicken cutlets. Big on tripe. I haven't had it a lot. Like most of the stuff that I've had tripe has been like Mexican cooking. Deep fried pickles and blooming onions are as an appy are good. See, I've had like the deep fried pickle chips, but I've also had deep fried pickle spears, and I actually like the spears a little bit more than the chips. Well, I think it's one of those things where the waffle can be used like a piece of bread. It's kind of like having a dinner roll with your Thanksgiving dinner. Like me, I'm gonna take the dinner roll and I'm gonna turn it into a sandwich. Yeah, it's usually like honey or like a hot honey sauce or something, I think, a lot of times. When I picture chicken and waffle, is with some kind of a honey drizzle type of stuff. But I'm sure there's like, I wouldn't be surprised if you go to Waffle House if there's like a gravy option for it too. Could even be like just a maple syrup too. Or like one of them really doctored up ones, like a bourbon maple honey syrup kind of thing. Crap, I missed that ad break. I was gonna try to pause them. That's okay. I hate ads. I don't blame you. I've got Twitch Turbo just to avoid ads. Oh boy, there's a hype train. Thank you for the gift subs, Tin Man. I forgot about this song. Oh, I think that's like the third hype train the channel's had so far. I think you might have even started the second one. Oh, I appreciate that. And we got subscriptions for, let's see, I see Mr. Tony, Keith Ellery, KKC, Major Samuel caught one, Retro caught one. Nice. I'm waiting for my ship to go OPC here. It's been interesting because I usually don't have to worry about OPC on our server, but the being in the Vales made it a little bit different. Did a stream together, so that was a lot of fun as well. Yeah, that was definitely fun and interesting to get that practice and experience out of that. Thank you for the sub, Savage Darkness. Continuing the hype train. Thank you for the sub again. Iwat. That is another server 34 friendly, I do believe. Yeah, thank you for the gift to the community. If that's not another server 34 friend, that's very, very close in name. That's weird because like in the chat application I'm using, I can't actually even see the train on the top of the window. It feels so weird. Here you go, Major Samuel. Congratulations on catching a gift sub. Yeah, we're gonna get into the Lost in stream here shortly. Did he start already? Okay, he just started a little bit ago. Perfect. Definitely have to up your protected cargo for safe mining. The ships can mine over 3 hours on 7-star without going over. Yeah, I've got the protected cargo officers kind of distributed around. I kind of tried to make sure that each one of my ships has a little bit at least. Then more subs. Thank you for the record. That's a record on the hype train. Thank you guys. Appreciate that so much. Yeah, that's one of the things I definitely noticed with the ships here is like getting it around like tier 6, tier 7, like it helps. I probably have to go through my research and find the couple of protected cargo stuff that I've been skipping that hasn't been important in the past or hasn't been significantly important in the past. But like I've got, what is that, 4 of 11? 3 of 11? I've got her on here, and then I've got below deck. That one's mining speed. This is the one that had the biggest protected, or else 3 of 11 gives the most protection. And then I've got to Pring on this one, and then I don't remember, one of these is Barkley. Aw, thank you for this. Thank you for the additional subs, continuing the hype train. Smashed the record. Level 4, 21.74% towards level 5. Wow. Appreciate that so much. Just a little bit more. That's like so much of the, that's a high percentage of the community. That's over 10% of the people have subs right now. That's such a weird thought to be. There's been a couple of streamers that I've seen that have gone on like a big run of subs, and like the amount of subs that they have for their channel is exceeding the amount of followers that they have on their channel. And it's really interesting to see how Twitch reaches out past, you know, like your general audience and kind of starts grabbing people and pulling them into the community a little bit. It's almost like an advertising platform. Archery Gaming, thank you for the raid again. How is it going? How was your stream? Oh, did that clip have muted audio? So much goodness. How was your stream? How was Cash Cleaner Simulator? You're a cat guy? Nothing wrong with being a cat guy. Let's see, what did we end up with here? What is that, 12 subs we got now? I think that's a record for subs on the channel too right now. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love. The game's a lot of fun and relaxing. I really like it. I'm gonna have to take a peek at that because I saw you on when I was getting ready for stream and I was gonna peek in, but a little bit of quick time between work and stream time tonight. I'm gonna definitely check out the. I want to see that one for sure. Cause I know you've been playing that a little bit. All right, did I get Veil Mining complete for Fed? I did. Heck yeah. Thanks for coming in and thanking Tidman. I saw you knocked super sore and angry. I'll have to remember that Mondays are super sore and angry days. Well, I'm glad we were able to get the day turned around for you. Thanks again. That was a record. That was a record for the channel. Oh, the cinema. I've got that cinema emote already. That is a good one. It's always good to have a popcorn one on hand. All right. Let's go ahead and get raiding into Lost In, and we'll get this kicked off. Thanks everybody for stopping by tonight. I appreciate all the time. I appreciate the love and the hype train and the gift subs. Y'all are amazing. But yeah, let's go kick off things for the Arcfall, and I'll be around with everybody tonight. I'll be on for quite a while yet.